Hello and happy St Patrick's Day from the iconic Titanic building in Belfast, where we are broadcasting live from the staircase of the Titanic suite. We are delighted that so many people from across the world have been able to join our live virtual event today. Good morning to all our friends and colleagues watching in North America, as well as here at home. Whichever time zone and location you're joining us from today, you are very welcome to this special Northern Ireland Bureau virtual St Patrick's Day celebration. Now, I can see that lots of you have already said hello in the chat box that's on your web page screen. Do please continue connecting with us over the next hour or so, and I'll be able to pick up on some of those comments during the event. They're coming in so thick and fast at the moment that I can hardly keep up with it. We've got Brendan Farrell Jr. Happy St Patrick's Day, everyone, checking in from New Jersey this morning. We've got greetings from Jonathan Fowler in Brooklyn. We've got Jeremy saying Happy St Patrick's Day from sunny Belfast. I've written a few down here as well. The chef Noel McMeal, from whom we'll be hearing a bit later, has sent us St Patrick's Day greetings from Fermanagh. Andrea Hockeyan from Invest NI in Washington says hello. Mike O'Rourke in Pennsylvania, one of the O'Rourkes in Fermanagh, says hello. Sean Kelly, of course, Naples in Florida. Mimi in Boston. We've got Chris Cunningham from the office of Representative Susan Wild in Washington. Wishes us all a happy St Patrick's Day. Stuart Matthews in sunny Belfast. Brona Finnegan in London. And let's see if I can squeeze in one or two more. Robert Challender says greetings from Jeffersonville. And John Lucas, last one for now, says happy St Patrick's Day from the President and staff at the International Student Exchange Programs in Washington, D.C. So use your text box there to chat to us throughout, and intermittently I'll just update with what people are saying. And you, if you're taking part in that, can read what each other are saying as well. So it's a good way of connecting during this live broadcast from Belfast. So today, St Patrick's Day's celebration has been organised, as I say, by the Northern Ireland Bureau, and I'm delighted to hand you over now to Andrew Elliott, who's the Director of the Bureau in Washington, D.C., to officially welcome you to today's event.
Thank you, Mark, for that great introduction. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Washington, D.C. on St Patrick's Day. On behalf of the Northern Ireland Bureau, I want to extend a really warm welcome to you all. I'm here today at the Reflecting Pool in front of the famous Lincoln Memorial, one of the most iconic locations in the US Capitol. It would have been fantastic to have been able to welcome you all in person to the Bureau's traditional breakfast here, but we must, of course, put the public health first. So instead, we have partnered with Invest NI, Tourism Ireland and Tourism Northern Ireland to put together this virtual event to allow us all to embrace a giant spirit, to quote the phrase used to capture the experience of visiting the modern Northern Ireland. We will showcase the very best of our region, including a wonderful selection of first-class music, contemporary prize-winning authors, our beautiful landscape, brilliant actors, and insights also into how our economy has developed into some incredibly high-tech sectors. We're, of course, a land of opportunity right now because of the unique access we have to markets in both Great Britain and the European Union. We treasure the friendships that we have here with the new administration under President Biden and Vice President Harris, and also with our long-standing connections to both houses of Congress. And I'm delighted that we'll be hearing from the Speaker of the United States House of Representatives, Nancy Pelosi, shortly. The political, economic and educational links between Northern Ireland and North America are probably stronger than ever today, and we want them to continue to grow as we emerge, hopefully, from this dreadful pandemic. I'm so pleased now to be able to introduce our First Minister and Deputy First Minister, Arlene Foster and Michelle O'Neill, who will now say a few words.
I'm Arlene Foster, First Minister of Northern Ireland, and I'm delighted to welcome you all from the home of the Assembly at Parliament Buildings in Belfast to our celebration today to mark St Patrick's Day. For a small place, we have so much talent. We are innovative, creative and dynamic people, and the programme of contributors is a testament to that. And a place of great beauty and history, as you will shortly see. While we would prefer to be with you in person, like all good friends, we have to be content with a virtual connection for now. But I'm proud to say that with the contribution of our local scientific and medical community to the world's efforts to find better treatments, reliable testing, and effective vaccines, brighter days are coming even closer. This global pandemic has brought home to us a simple but universal truth: that when we are faced with unprecedented challenges, we do our best together. Our histories have been intertwined down the generations, and the ties of friendship between our two countries are strong and enduring. They are nurtured by important initiatives such as the Washington Ireland Programme and educational opportunities such as the George Muir Scholarships. Close academic links have also been forged by the Queen's University of Belfast and the University of Ulster across North America, and we are bonded by our shared economic interests. Of course, you know that Northern Ireland has much to offer inward investors with its highly trained workforce and competitive operating costs. But I'm pleased to see that some of our world-leading companies, such as fintech experts First Derivatives, pharmaceutical giant Almac, and Halo Technologies, have returned the favour with the establishment of a significant presence across the United States. These connections and collaborations are of real importance to us. We treasure affiliations with past US presidencies, and we look forward to developing further our relationship with the new administration under President Biden and Vice President Harris.
I'm Michelle O'Neill, Deputy First Minister and Joint Head of Government. Sadly, we can't join you in person this year, but what keeps us apart is also what unites us across the world in working to overcome a pandemic that has touched all of our lives. We're all looking forward to a time whenever we can come back together. But what we can do this year is to celebrate our long-held and deeply valued relationship with the United States. We can showcase what we have to offer and look forward to a better and more hopeful and prosperous future as friends and as partners across the Atlantic. The United States has played a fundamental role in moving our society forward, and previous administrations have been key players in developing both our politics and our peace. Under the guardianship of the Clinton administration, particularly our good friend George Mitchell, the Good Friday Agreement was delivered. This was a pivotal moment in our history, and it has been transformative for our society. Since then, successive administrations have been unwavering in their support, helping to protect the letter and indeed the spirit of the agreement. And they have taken a genuine interest in our progress. You'll hear shortly from Speaker Nancy Pelosi, who I met when she visited Derry with a delegation from Congress. And we are looking forward to continuing that relationship with President Biden and Vice President Harris. President Biden has strong connections with this island, and we warmly welcome the concern he has shown for the interests of our people. Our family, heritage, cultural and commercial ties to the United States are so important to us all. As our largest inward investor, this relationship has been crucial in developing our economy. And of course, we do have much to offer. We're a creative, highly skilled and resilient part of the world. As we look forward to rebuilding, we will have a strong focus on collaboration, shared learning and experience, and creating a greener and sustainable future for everyone. In this, there is a wonderful opportunity to strengthen our existing connections and to build new ones. We very much look forward to visiting the States again very, very soon. Until then, Bannachtí na Féile Pádraig Díobh. Happy St. Patrick's Day to all.
Thank you, Andrew, and thank you also to the First Minister and the Deputy First Minister as well. And in fact, Arlene Foster has just sent a message into the chat room. She is watching and she wishes you all a very happy St. Patrick's Day, as does the leader of the SDLP, Colm Eastwood. And we'll get round to some more of your comments a little bit later in this programme. Now, as Andrew mentioned, we're delighted to be joined for today's celebration by Nancy Pelosi, the Speaker of the US House of Representatives. And we can now cross back to Washington, D.C. and Capitol Hill to hear a special message from her.
Hello. As House Speaker, it is my privilege to send greetings to the leaders, advocates, and guests of the Northern Ireland Bureau as you celebrate St. Patrick's Day. The bonds of friendship and partnership between the American people and the people of Northern Ireland have been long and a source of strength and progress. As we observe this day of celebration, we also recommit to continue to safeguard and strengthen the Good Friday Accords as we work to advance a future of peace, prosperity, and opportunity for all. On behalf of the United States Congress, happy St. Patrick's Day to you all.
Well, thank you to Nancy Pelosi for that very kind message. The Speaker visited Northern Ireland in April 2019, of course, and I'm sure everyone hopes that when the time is right, she'll be able to visit us once again. Now, today's event is about celebrating St. Patrick's Day by showcasing the very best of Northern Ireland. The Embrace a Giant Spirit theme is particularly apt following what has been a very challenging year for everyone. It captures the resilience that people in Northern Ireland have demonstrated during that time, and it also conjures up thoughts about the physical beauty of Northern Ireland, which has attracted millions of visitors to our shores from around the world. Many of us are only able to experience armchair travel for the time being, so you can let today's event transport you virtually around Northern Ireland and maybe inspire your future travel plans when it's safe to be out and about once again. There is quite a lot of activity in the chat box, I have to say. Let me just share some of that with you for a moment or two. We've got Jim Roddy, who says, what a beautiful day it is here in Derry, London. Derry, we're really hoping to see you all back in our wonderful city when it's safe to travel. Happy St. Patrick's Day to you, Jim. Kieran McLaughlin, an old friend of mine, congratulations on such a positive event showcasing all that Northern Ireland has to offer. Matt McMullen says he's watching this and he's now homesick. Dr. Christopher Moran from Cooperation Ireland is chairman of Cooperation Ireland. I send our best wishes for a happy St. Patrick's Day to all our friends in America, across the island of Ireland and in Great Britain. Stephen Holland says happy St. Patrick's Day from County Fermanagh. Robert Tobiasen, forgive me, I need to mention, he says, great time, Mark. Robert, thanks very much indeed. I bought it in New York, as it happens, a few years ago, so I thought it was appropriate for the occasion. There's a bit of green in there as well. We've also had a couple of other lovely messages. John Fennick from Fordham Law School in New York says he loves bringing students to Queen's University in Belfast every year. We've also had messages wishing us St. Patrick's Day greetings from John McGrillen, the CEO of Tourism NI, and John Fitzpatrick, the John Fitzpatrick from Fitzpatrick Hotels in New York, wishes everyone a very happy St. Patrick's Day and is tuned in New York. So more of that. Keep your messages coming. We look forward to reading them out in the course of the hour. But we're going to move on now. We're very pleased to have some well-known faces from Northern Ireland celebrating with us today. We're joined fresh from his recent win on the Champions Tour by golf's 2011 Open winner Darren Clarke and by another star of the hit TV series Derry Girls, Tara Lynn O'Neill.
Hi, Darren Clarke here, wishing everybody at home and in the States a very happy St. Patrick's Day. Cheers.
Happy St. Patrick's Day from the Spurn Mountains in Northern Ireland.
Spurns look great. They're not always as sunny and peaceful as that. Thank you to Darren and to Tara Lynn. All of you joining us in our celebration today will know how significant this place is in the life of St. Patrick, but there is so much more to learn about our patron saint, and that quest is drawing visitors here from all over the world to see the places and hear the stories behind St. Patrick's life. Here's a short piece that'll take you on an epic journey through St. Patrick's heartland in Northern Ireland.
This great journey into beauty and spirit, into the heartland of St. Patrick. To Slemish Mountain, the sleeping giant that skirts the soft grey heavens, the same clean air where Patrick once stood looking down on walls and wells and out to the beckoning coast. Onward past shining seas to the welcome of Bangor, its ancient abbey like a beacon throwing light and shadow on secrets in walled gardens and the meaning of manuscripts. Then the soothing rocky shore of Grey Abbey and the curving coast to Strangford. The ferry boat lands ashore where ancient ships once docked. Friendly firesides, a warm welcome and good food. just like it ever was. And the light of 1 billion northern stars shine out as weary heads find rest. St. Patrick waits at the top of his mountain, land and legend sending travelers on to the heart of his homeland. His burial site, in the shadow of the cathedral with its ancient cross, looking out over the town and beyond to the majestic moors. The wells where he healed and the site of his first church, tucked away in peaceful drumlins of Down. Time to stop into a 300-year-old coaching inn. Oldest in Ireland, they say, those old friends. And you. Stone circles sit as they always have, telling of times past and times to come. And on through lands which speak of poets and writers, songs and singers, saints and scholars, until Patrick's capital looms, with its 2 towers of tradition at its beating heart. Filled with culture and history, music and spirit, the heartland of St. Patrick, its lives, legends and landscape. A place to walk, find peace and breathe again.
A flavour of St. Patrick's heartland there. Now, the highest and most dramatic mountains in Northern Ireland are, of course, the Mournes in County Down, and they have more than one association with St. Patrick. He's thought to have visited the Mournes on his first landings to Ireland and converted the local hill folk to Christianity. And it's at the foothill of Slieve Donard, just outside Newcastle, where popular mythology states he famously banished the snakes from Ireland. Further into the mountains themselves, where a small stream marks the boundary of the Kingdom of Mourne, legend has it there's a rock in the stream bearing St. Patrick's handprint from where he knelt down to drink the water. We're going to take you now to the foothills of the mountains of Mourne for our next performance by baritone Ben McAteer from Northern Ireland Opera for his version of that well-known Percy French song, The Mountains of Mourne.
Oh Mary, this London's a wonderful sight, with the people here working by day and by night. They don't sow potatoes, nor barley, nor wheat, but there's gangs of them digging for gold in the street. At least when I asked them, that's what I was told. So I just took a hand at this digging for gold. But for all that I found there, I might as well be where the mountains of Mourne sweep down to the sea. I believe that when writing a wish you expressed as to how the fine ladies in London were dressed, well, if you'll believe me, when asked to a ball, sure they don't wear a top to their dresses at all. Oh, I've seen them myself, and you could not, in truth, say if they were bound for a ball or a bath. Don't be starting them fashions now, Mary Macree, where the mountains of Mourne sweep down to the sea. There's beautiful girls here, but oh, never mind, with beautiful shapes nature never designed, and lovely complexions, all roses and cream. But let me remark with regard to the same, that if at those roses you venture to sip, the colors might all come away. where the mountains of morn sweep down to the sea.
Well, thank you to Ben and to Northern Ireland Opera for that stirring performance. By the way, you can visit Northern Ireland Opera's website and YouTube channel to view the company's Northern Song series, which combines the beauty of Northern Ireland with their singers' wonderful talents. I looked it up myself yesterday, and it is well worth a visit. So that's the Mountains of Mourne, a very traditional association with Northern Ireland. But let's turn to the modern, forward-thinking and diverse Northern Ireland now with a feature from the Black and Northern Irish documentary, which we hope to see on our screens very soon. Northern Ireland's successes in the fields of trade, tourism and culture have attracted people from across the world to come and make their homes here, making the Northern Ireland of today a truly multicultural society.
This is a monumental day in Northern Ireland. It's a whole new world out there. And a new society has been born. I can see myself surrounded by people like me. We are more than just a minority. We are here to share our stories, so you can find out what it means to be Black and Northern Irish. Living in our home on the Atlantic shores is the greatest reward of all. We are proud to call Northern Ireland our home. We are playing our part. We are here contributing to the country we call home. We are here and we are proud to be Black and Northern Irish.
Thank you to Director Stuart Kaisimari and Belfast producer Lindsay Duke for sharing their work with us today. And you'll have spotted their film was recorded here on the staircase of Titanic Belfast, and pretty spectacular look too. Now let's take another look at our chat screen, and there are more messages coming in than I can keep up with. The Deputy First Minister Michelle O'Neill has been in touch to wish everybody a happy St Patrick's Day. Aaron Callan says greetings from Limavady, home of the famous Derry boy, London Derry Air. My hometown, as it happens. Happy St Patrick's Day to you, Aaron. Jim Clerkin's been in touch. Huge congratulations to all at the Bureau on today's event. Best wishes from New York City. Good to hear from you, Jim. Richard Rogers says he's missing the Bureau's traditional Ulster fry. Peter Abbott at the British consulate in what he says is America's greatest city, Boston, which might be controversial. Peter wishes everybody a happy St Patrick's Day. Katrina Fottrell from the Ireland Funds has been in touch to say hello. Jenny Piper wishes everybody a happy St Patrick's Day from everyone in the Northern Ireland Civil Service. And Paddy Hart, the chairman of the International Fund for Ireland, has also been in touch on the chat box to say happy St Patrick's Day. So if you want to contribute, if you want to say hello, if you want to strike up a conversation with everybody who's watching this on both sides of the Atlantic, go onto the chat facility and stick in your message. You can communicate with each other, and I'll try and pick some out a little bit later for a discussion between now and the hour. So next, if you need any clues as to who's joining us at this stage, I can tell you he's been a star of stage and screen for many years with an international reputation. Most recently, the star of the BBC drama Bloodlands, and I'm pleased to say he's been a very good friend of mine for many years. We were at school together longer ago than I would care to remember. You've got it. It's the one and only James Nesbitt.
Hello, Jimmy Nesbitt here. I just wanted to wish everyone at the Northern Ireland Bureau a very happy St Patrick's Day. Never mind snakes, we could do with them to chase this virus away. All at the Bureau do the most fantastic job of showcasing Northern Ireland, and nowhere more so than in promoting the thriving film and television scene here, something very close to my heart. If you haven't seen it yet, I can thoroughly recommend the miniseries Bloodlands. I do hope you can all celebrate St Patrick's Day in your own way, and may your paths bloom with shamrocks, your heart ring with songs, and the sky smile with bright sunshine all this happy day long. Happy St Pat's.
Jimmy, thanks very much indeed. Good to hear from you. Never misses an opportunity to plug his latest project. Now, we're going to hear from a remarkable young man, Darragh McAnulty. Darragh is a 16-year-old Northern Irish environmentalist and the author of Diary of a Naturalist, and he recently became the youngest ever recipient of the Wainwright Prize for UK nature writing, which is quite something. Darragh's critically acclaimed debut work of non-fiction is written in poetic prose, and his diary explores his deep relationship with nature alongside his campaigning work and the everyday challenges and joys of being autistic. His book was a BBC Radio 4 Book of the Week and has been long listed for the Baillie Gifford Prize for Non-Fiction. Among other awards, he carried off the Anne Post Irish Book Award for Newcomer of the Year, and he was also shortlisted for the Waterstones Book of the Year 2020. He's currently writing a nature book for children and working on his next book for adults. Darragh will now bring us his poem Invisible Lines from the beautiful setting of Finnebrogue Woods in County Down.
This tug of war between invisible lines, where roots take hold of your hand and mine and raise us up to the light to see that nature doesn't settle on a boundary. Seeds fly further than horizons and skylines. Fault lines can carry the rumble of sound, the quiet misinformation, what's native, what is for profit, the lessening of land for thriving value economics. Nature isn't a commodity to buy and sell. You are its husk, its heart, its shell. The strategies and plans are empty, vacuous, if the protective layer that surrounds us is discounted. In numbers, figures, projections. What? We share an island so rich in wonder, with a language that has spoken from earth and sky, drailing Bowen J. Slater cuckoo flower, rewilding our minds needs to surge from all edges, to fold inward and outward, so compassion is inherent. An island compact in its conflicts, common ground is just that, the soil which we tread on that gently holds us together. But our piece of earth is scattering like dust. The threads that hold it are stretched so taut. Tension is thrumming, strumming, murmuring, yelling, compelling the story which can unfold from feet and hands and mouths and minds, utterings from ancestors to lessen the load, to go gently with focus. Throw out the lines. Cast them wide for all to catch, to learn, to ache and find that within it was there all along. Deep knowing that money, superfluous things, were not worth the price of losing our life support. Do we flatline, accept that we live within constraints, that nature must play second fiddle to our lack of restraint? No. We rally, we inspire, we light the flame. We've done it before, we can do it again. We can be good, we can agree that nature must now take precedent if we want to continue inhabiting. The earth isn't finite and neither are we. Let's use our time here and leave a shared legacy. Thank you.
And Darragh, thank you to you for those inspiring words. I know the Northern Ireland Bureau would like to wish Darragh the very best for the launch of his book in the US in June. Now, obviously today's event is all about celebrating St Patrick's life and work in Northern Ireland. The St Patrick's Centre in Downpatrick has recently included the St Patrick's Way experience, a special pilgrim's passport which aims to enhance the visitor's walking experience and act as a recorded souvenir for those who complete the journey. We're going to hear now from Dr Tim Campbell, the director of the St Patrick's Centre in Downpatrick, and pilgrim guides Martina Purdy and Elaine Kelly about what visitors can expect when they take part in the St Patrick's Way experience.
Hi,
Hi, my name is Tim Campbell. I'm the director of the St. Patrick's Centre here in beautiful Downpatrick in the heart of St. Patrick's country. It's here that Patrick began his mission to Ireland, and he's buried behind us at the medieval Cathedral of Down. We're the only permanent exhibition in the world about St. Patrick and the ultimate destination to find out more about Ireland's patron saint. I hope your traditional Northern Ireland Bureau St. Patrick's event this morning goes very well. Like many organisations in Northern Ireland, we're revving on the blocks. We're ready to launch out of lockdown with lots of exciting new products. We have developed St. Patrick's Way, the Camino of Ireland, which is guided so that you can walk in the footsteps of St. Patrick with our talented guides. And we're really excited to have been working with Chef Terry McCoy to create an evening event where you can eat from St. Patrick's plate and enjoy the new St. Patrick's live show with the best dancers and singers from County Down telling the story of St. Patrick. From Downpatrick, Northern Ireland, have a great day.
Hi, I'm Martina Purdy. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I'm a pilgrim guide here on St. Patrick's Way, and it is the most amazing experience that we'd like you to share in virtually for today, but also come to Ireland and see for yourself the amazing legacy that Patrick left. And you heard our director, Tim Campbell, talk about the amazing experiences that we're now offering on St. Patrick's Way. Well, one of the new experiences is a 28-kilometer walk that takes you to 7 sites with a passport along St. Patrick's Way, and those sites include the place and site of his first church, the place where you have the largest monument to St. Patrick in the world, Slieve Patrick, named after our patron saint. We take you to Inch Abbey, where the monk Jocelyn wrote the legend of Patrick, how Patrick banished the snakes from Ireland. And we now know that that was a metaphor for the pagans. And we also take you to a place called Stroll Wells, which is an ancient pilgrimage site of holy wells where Patrick himself was said to have bathed. Now, we've also introduced some other experiences, which includes an amazing 7-mile coastal walk to St. Patrick's Well towards Ardglass, and that is some of the most beautiful coastline in Ireland that you can imagine. Even the Irish people don't really know about it, and we know about it, and we want to share it with you.
So dear friends, here we are famously at the resting place of St. Patrick. St. Patrick died in around 461-62, and whenever he was dying and he received Holy Communion from St. Tassoc, he was asked where would he want to be buried. And tradition holds it that St. Patrick said, place me on a cart with some oxen, let the oxen go, and wherever they come to rest, that's where I'll be buried. And tradition holds that the oxen came and rested here, and St. Patrick was buried here in this place. People leave here with the joy of Patrick, the spirit of Patrick in their hearts, which is massive. So friends, I hope you enjoy this experience, and maybe hopefully one day Martina and I and the other pilgrim guides look forward to welcoming you here someday. You won't regret it.
And thank you to Tim, Martina and Elaine, and that would certainly make you want to visit. I think a vital part of the modern Northern Ireland is a thriving and highly creative literature scene. One of our most successful homegrown authors is Adrian McKinty, now living in New York, and the author of the Sean Duffy series of crime novels set in Belfast, as well as the award-winning New York Times bestseller, The Chain. There seems to be a rich vein of literary talent coming out of Northern Ireland at the moment. So we asked Adrian why he thinks that's the case.
Thanks, Mark. It's a pleasure to be here. Yes, in the last 10 years, the Northern Ireland literary landscape has transformed. Headway was always being made by the poets, Mann and Heaney and Muldoon, etc. But in terms of literary fiction and in terms of crime fiction, the last decade has just been extraordinary for Belfast, Derry, and other parts of Northern Ireland. We've seen this resurgence. I suppose the reason would be that about 10 years after the Good Friday Agreement, there was just enough confidence and money flowing into various programs, and this idea that Northern Ireland was a place that could be talked about and discussed without fear, without prejudice, and people becoming interesting about what the Troubles were all about and what was happening in the contemporary scene. So I think of people like Anna Burns famously winning the Booker Prize a couple of years ago. And in my field, in crime fiction, Claire McGowan, Steve Kavanagh, Stuart Neville, Bram McGilloway, Lucy Caldwell, Jan Carson, Jared Brennan. There's just this resurgence of new talent, and it's a very exciting time to be interested in Northern Ireland fiction and to be a Northern Irish prose writer.
It certainly is. Adrian, thanks very much indeed, and keep up the good work. Northern Ireland is home to more than 1,100 international companies, and it's positioned in an ideal location for international businesses to invest with its ready access to both the UK and the European markets. With experienced exporters keen to grow and develop new trade partnerships across the Americas, companies can also discover the benefits of trading with and strategically sourcing products from Northern Ireland. We're going to hear now from Kevin Holland and his team in Invest Northern Ireland on how they have continued to work with international partners to create jobs, grow companies and advance innovation during what has been a very challenging year.
Good morning and a very happy St. Patrick's Day to you. My name is Kevin Holland. I'm the CEO of Invest Northern Ireland. Not able to join you in presence, but I'm joining you virtually from Belfast and look forward to the chance to meet again next year. I was with you last year in Washington and New York. In the meantime, though, the world changed with COVID-19 changing everything we do. I'm very happy to report, though, that many Northern Irish companies have really demonstrated true resilience through this period. We've been helping to reconfigure supply chains so that companies can provide the healthcare protective equipment that businesses need. We've been helping deliver the cyber technology that protects the internet, and as we've all gone virtual and working from home, Northern Irish technology is keeping the world moving. And we've been able to help businesses grow through the technologies we have with advanced construction, road building, improving productivity in food. What's been fantastic as well, though, is that the US-Northern Irish relationship remains strong, and we welcomed a number of new US businesses into Northern Ireland this year. Companies like Carrick, Peak Six, Sigilant, Envorso, Insurance Office of America, and EverQuote, they're all very welcome. But it wasn't just one way, it was also two-way, and we had companies like Fintru opening in New York and Kainos opening in Atlanta, joining companies like Almac or Malahan, or who are already in the US. Also wanted to announce that today we have a new guest in Northern Ireland, PayRock from Chicago, a payment technology company, they will open a new office here with 75 new jobs for Northern Ireland and some novel technology as well. 3 key things have kept us close during the last year. First has been we're digital neighbours, and the technology of Zoom means that whether you're 100 miles apart or 2,000 miles apart, you can be in the same place at the same time. So it's been great to maintain relationships over the last 12 months. Second thing is really a word of thanks and a tribute to our Northern Irish ambassadors. The diaspora is so powerful, and whether you're from Northern Ireland and working overseas, or you're from overseas and have worked or have contacts with Northern Ireland, it's been fantastic to see many of the investments and trade opportunities founded on good relationships with our diaspora. And then the third area is the strong cooperation we have, businesses, academia and the government working together side by side to help improve the economy of Northern Ireland and help build strong economic relations between both parts. So I'd like to thank you for your help last year, and we look forward to working together in the platform of recovery. But first, let me wish you all a very happy St. Patrick's Day. Thank you.
And thank you to Kevin Holland and his team for that important contribution to today's event. Northern Ireland is blessed with an amazing array of talented musicians, composers and artists. And I'm thrilled that we've been joined today by one of the very best, the internationally renowned pianist, Barry Douglas. Barry's going to introduce us to his orchestra, Camerata Ireland, which was founded back in 1999 as a celebration of the Good Friday Agreement, with concerts at Stormont's Parliament Buildings and Dublin Castle. This is an all-island orchestra with members coming from all parts of Ireland. They've toured the world many, many times and performed at many iconic venues, such as the Kennedy Centre and the Library of Congress for the Smithsonian Festival for Northern Ireland. Here's Barry to tell you more about Camerata.
Ireland is an all-island orchestra which we set up in 1999 to encourage new talent, but also to showcase the best of Irish talent around the world. Ireland is correctly and rightly known for its great theatre, visual arts, but not so well known for classical music, and the quality of the talent that comes from this small island, north and south, both parts, is quite incredible. And I wanted to show the world that Ireland can produce something which is world class.
This course makes a big difference to the young musicians. It's an opportunity for them not only to learn from major international artists such as Barry and Alina and Andrus. They're young artists, but a lot of them are at a very important stage of their career. They're either just left college or in their final year of college.
This is my first year in Clandyboy and it's great. I really, really enjoy it. It is great to have these people around me. Like the concert that we went to last night in the banquet hall, I was just amazed because as singers I don't normally go and see, like string quartets. I go to operas or recitals, and I was just sitting there and I actually, when I stood up, I was so stiff from just being like this for the whole concert. Like, it was just amazing.
My name is Sean Rooney and I started playing the piano when I was about 5 years old. This is actually my 4th time at the Clandyboy Festival. For me, the most enjoyable sort of aspect of the course is meeting other musicians, like-minded and sort of, wanting the same things and interested in the same things. And I love the opportunity to be able to sort of perform at the end of the week with the others. I think it's really enjoyable. And I love how we are so supportive of each other as well.
I just think Barry's given me loads of tips that my own teacher possibly wouldn't have given me. I think working with different people really helps. I think Barry's great because he knows more of a performing aspect of things.
We wanted to give back, to find the latest new young talent from both parts of the island and to help them in their first steps in their career. And a lot of them, a great percentage, 25-30% of the orchestra are Clandyboy young musicians. So it's a beautiful natural replenishment of the orchestra.
I was a student at Clandeboy in 2009, and it really changed my life as a musician, to be totally honest. It was probably the moment where I realised that this is something that I wanted to do with the rest of my life.
The panel met yesterday, and I just wanted to let you know the good news that we would love you to be a part of the concert recording on the 3rd of March.
We would love you to come and record with Camerata.
That's brilliant news. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Good.
Yeah, no, thank you. Really, you played beautifully. Everybody was stunned by your playing. What this place is about everybody being together, celebrating great talent, celebrating great music, and being together in an amazing setting.
Fantastic stuff. Thank you to Barry and Camerata for that insight, and I'm delighted to be able to tell you that Camerata's next US tour will be in March 2023, so that's definitely one for your diaries. Now let's pause and take a final look at what you've been saying on our chat room. Again, the messages are jumping. We've had let's see if I've written a couple of them down here actually. We've got messages from Robert Morrow at Boston College. Happy St. Patrick's Day from Corrine Beckford in Brussels. Nick Murray from the British Consulate in New York wishes everybody a happy St. Patrick's Day, and like many of you, says how much he's thinking about the late great Norman Houston, who so sadly can't be with us today. Nancy Gross and a lot of you have made the same point, and we all know and appreciate the huge contribution that Norman made to the relationship between Northern Ireland and North America down the years. And if there was one person who probably brought just about everybody who's watching this today together, I think that name would be Norman Houston. So we're thinking about Norman today. Darragh McAnulty's poem, by the way, is called Invisible Lines. Some of you asking about that. Greetings from Causeway Coast Foodie Tours. Looking forward to welcoming everybody back to the North Coast very soon. And a message as well saying Happy St. Patrick's Day from everyone at Allstate, from John Healy, 22 years in Northern Ireland and a great place to do business. Now, we're going to go over to another one of Northern Ireland's stars, real life Derry girl Roma Downey. Roma is, of course, an award-winning Irish actor, producer and writer of the New York Times best-selling book Box of Butterflies. Roma.
Hello, it's Roma Downey here in sunny Southern California, sending a St. Patrick's Day greeting out across the States and back home to everyone in Ireland, and a special shout out to my hometown of Derry, wishing you all a very happy and safe St. Patrick's Day.
Roma, thank you very much indeed. Many of our viewers in Washington, D.C. might well associate St. Patrick's Day celebrations with a delicious feast prepared by the renowned international chef Noel McMeal. Noel's the executive head chef at the Lochern Golf Resort and Hotel in Enniskillen in County Fermanagh, and he catered for the world leaders at the G8 summit, which took place at the Lochern Resort back in 2013. Now, although we can't unfortunately enjoy any of Noel's creations here today, we are delighted he can join us virtually to showcase a true St. Patrick's Day feast.
A classic St. Patrick's Day feast would really consist of a lot of the foods that we've kind of preserved through the winter, but certainly tried to celebrate the coming of the spring. Not just corned beef and cabbage, may I say, or Irish stew, but certainly other great dishes. One of the dishes that I have for St. Patrick's Day's feast is one that I did for the G8, for all the leaders of the world. It's one that celebrates a lot of traditions around the border counties of Northern Ireland. So I have the potato cake in the bottom, and I'm going to be doing that with the likes of fresh Glenarm salmon. I'll be pan frying it, and I'm just putting it underneath the grill and really letting it cook slightly. So it's a beautiful bit of fish. I'll be using the beautiful fresh crab meat, doing a nice wee salad with it, baby coriander that I picked this morning. So we've got some of that, and we've got fresh baked bread. So it's great tastes, and it just works up a treat. St. Patrick's Day. It's a bit like Christmas to us here in Ireland, and it's really more or less welcoming our friends from abroad or wherever it may be to really celebrate with us. But certainly I welcome anyone to Northern Ireland with open hands, and certainly happy St. Patrick's Day to everyone, and peace and happiness.
Noel, thank you very much indeed. I've eaten Noel's food, as I'm sure many of you have too, and I can tell you it tastes even better than it looks. Now, our final St. Patrick's Day message is from one of Northern Ireland's most admired actors, the Academy Award nominated Liam Neeson.
Hi everyone back home, especially the Northern Ireland Bureau and our colleagues and friends from Washington DC. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Keep sane and keep a little bit sober. Have a great day.
Liam, thanks very much indeed. Happy St. Patrick's Day to you. That's just about it from me here in Titanic Belfast. Thank you for joining me on this very special day, and thank you to all our contributors and talented performers and artists for taking part. I hope you felt inspired to embrace Northern Ireland's giant spirit. So it's farewell for now from sunny Belfast, and I'll hand you back to Andrew Elliott in Washington to formally close our event. From everybody here, bye-bye.
Well, we're getting close to the end of our event. There will, of course, continue to be related celebrations going on online. Thanks to all our amazing contributors who have helped make this event so special. Thank you also to our partners in this event, InvestNI, Tourism Ireland and Tourism Northern Ireland, and to my colleagues Eamon, Emily, Carrie and Tracy. Thanks also to our Master of Ceremonies, Mark Carruthers, for guiding us through the programme so expertly, and to Neil Dalzell and his team for their production expertise. To close, we're delighted to have a song from the fantastically talented Ryan McMullen. Ryan has made a name for himself as a gifted songwriter and as an exceptional singer. The Portaferry native has had huge success with his singles, Rebellion and Make a Mark. And finally, thanks to you all for joining us and making this a really special occasion. We look forward so much to seeing you back in person for St. Patrick's Day 2022.
I know it rains, but it's always pretty. Back to the friends that I can't take with me. Oh, we'll have a night out in Belfast City. We'll have a night out in Belfast City. We'll have a night out in Belfast City, alright. I'll be on my way, leaving West LA at sunrise. The time's been great, I kinda wish that I could stay for a little while longer. I've gotta go, but I want you to know I'll be back the friends that I can't take with me. We'll have a night out in Belfast City, alright. Now I can't sleep, but I can tell you honestly, it's fine. 'Cause I'm still dreaming, 'cause it's got me feeling a little high, but that's alright. Oh, I swear I don't care if I ever have to leave again. I'm going home to the people I love, where I was born and raised, where the streets and the history remain. But oh, how the times have changed. I know it rains, but it's always pretty. Back to the friends that I can't take with me. We'll have a night out in Belfast City, alright. We'll have a night out in Belfast City, whoa, whoa. We'll have a night out in Belfast City, whoa. Now I'm on my way, but I can't say that it's gonna be easy. 'Cause wherever I go, I'll hold you close. Please believe me. Oh, please believe me. Oh, I swear I don't care if I ever have to leave again. I'm going home to the people I love, where I was born and raised, where the streets and the history remain. But oh, how the time